Okay, I lied. I'm not going to bed. I'm going to do one more of these video journals, because I'm awake, and I have a headache, and it will give me something to focus on besides how badly my head hurts. So, day 6 is a video of you telling us where you most want to travel to. My travel aspirations are pretty boring, actually. I have a terrible fear of planes, so I don't really. I mean, it would be nice to go to other countries, but as dictated by the boundaries of my own overwhelming terror at the thought of getting into an airplane, I'm pretty much limited to Canada and Mexico as far as international voyage is concerned. And I've been to Canada. I've been to Quebec anyway, and it wasn't so fantastic. It was all right. And I've been to California when I was 2, and I don't remember it. It would be nice to go to California, just to see what's up there. I would really like to go to Seattle. I have an aunt who lives in Seattle who just had a baby, my youngest cousin who is now 6 months old. And Julia says I would really like Seattle. It seems like a chill kind of city. I would probably do really well there. Very liberal, mild climate. Sounds like my kind of place. But I don't want to go anywhere in the South. I have no desire to ever go to Texas or Alabama or Mississippi or really anything more southerly than Delaware, except Florida. But I've been to Florida, and it was okay, and my father is actually planning on taking us to Florida in January, so I'm going to see Florida again. I don't really need to worry about that. Right now, places I would like to travel to, as limited by the dictates of my pocketbook and my fear of flying, are pretty much New York City and Boston, both of which I've been to multiple times. But you never run out of things to do in New York City, really. I mean, it's fascinating to go there. There's just so much stuff going on. And I've seen 3 Broadway shows. I've seen Les Mis, I've seen Rent, and I saw Spring Awakening. I would like to see more Broadway shows. I like musicals well enough. I mean, they're not like, ooh, musicals, but, I like them. And, I'd like to go shopping in New York City. And then there's Boston, which really that's not going to be much of a voyage for me once I move back to New Bedford. It's like 6 hours away right now, but once I move to New Bedford, I can go on day trips to Boston whenever I please, really, because it's just an hour away. But there's a lot Boston has going for it. It's very historic. It's got amazing architecture scattered around, and there's the park and the swan boats. I love the swan boats. Take a swan boat or a duck boat tour. Duck boat tours are really fun. There are museums. There's the Museum of Science, which is super fun. I love science. Science is awesome. I would love to go back to the Museum of Science. There's the New England Aquarium, which is super cool, because marine life is awesome. And those are just the things that I've done before that I can think of that I'd like to do again. I'm sure there's so many other things in Boston to do that I don't even know of yet. I would like to go on a walk through Cambridge and see all the college campuses. I think that would be nice. I would like to go to Boston for the 4th of July next year, because they always have amazing fireworks in the Boston Pops play, and it's just really cool. I did that 2 years ago, I think. 2 years ago, I went with my father and my sisters, and we met up with my uncle and all my cousins, and spent a day on the, what's that called? Little spit of land sticks out into the river. You can see the band shell of the Boston Pops, and the fireworks are right above it, and it was really incredible. I'd like to do that again. But if I wasn't bound by my fear of airplanes, I would like to go to England. I would really like to see London. London sounds like it would be really cool. I'd like to go to Ireland, maybe do some research on my family tree back there. I think that would be pretty cool. I'd like to go to France and do the museums and, you know, see all the sights, do the touristy things, I suppose. I'd really like to see the gardens of Versailles. Those would probably be pretty spectacular. I used to want to go to Japan, but they still haven't got this nuclear crisis thing figured out, and I don't want to come home radioactive, so I'm just kind of crossing Japan off the eventual to-do list until they get that sorted out, which could take, I am hearing now, like 30 years, so maybe by the time I'm like 60, I'll go to Japan, maybe. Get over that fear of planes and also the fear of dying horribly from cancer, and go do that. It would be cool to see India, but I don't really know what I would do in India. I haven't really thought about it very hard. No, that's most of the places I can think of that I would like to visit. And you know, there are things I would like to do that aren't really necessarily location specific. Like, I would like to go on a whale watch, but you can do that pretty much anywhere on the Atlantic. You don't have to take it out of Boston, although the only whale watches I've been on have been out of Boston. I'd like to swim with dolphins. Who doesn't want to swim with dolphins, right? That sounds like fun. I don't know. I'd like to get some culture. Wherever I have to go to get culture, bring me there. Because I'm really not very cultured, as you can probably tell. I'm just an American girl, who really hasn't seen much beyond America. Who really, honestly, hasn't seen that much beyond the Northeast, to be perfectly honest. I don't remember going to California. I was 10 years old when I went to Florida, so these things I don't really remember very well. Places that I've been that I can remember, I've been as far west as Cleveland, Ohio. I've been as far south as New Jersey, I guess. I've been as far north as Quebec City, which is really fucking far north, actually. It's all the way up there. And I haven't gone very far east at all. Pretty much the Atlantic Ocean is the limit of my easterly ambitions. And I'm going to be living on the shores of the Atlantic once I move in with my parents to New Bedford. So really the Atlantic isn't that, impressive. I mean, it's impressive, it's a fucking ocean, of course it's impressive, it's really cool, but I'm probably going to be less impressed by it after I've been living across the street from it for a year or so. But right now, in the immediate future, I want to go to Schenectady. I want to go see Brian and April and hang out with them, and then we're going to go to Tanglewood and see a concert. And I would like to go to the Ren Fair with them, but that's not going to happen this year, maybe next year. And what I really want to do, and this is not a vacation, just this is my ultimate goal for the next 2 weeks. I make it through these 2 weeks, and then I get this as my reward. I get to go back to Wells and see all of my friends and live in Aurora, which is tiny and has nothing to do. But I can come back into Auburn, and I can go to Ithaca, and, you know, it'll be cool. And start taking classes again, and see all my friends again. I miss my friends so much. And I'm not even going to see all of them, because a pretty fair percentage of my friends either graduated or just aren't coming back. So I want to see everybody I've been missing that will be coming back. I want to make new friends. I want to go into this semester with my head held high, knowing that things might go wrong, but my determination to have them go right is stronger than accidents and mishaps. And if I'm really determined for my senior year to be awesome, then it's fucking well gonna be awesome. And I'm not gonna let anything stop that. And it's gonna be good. I have high hopes for this semester. And then once I'm done with the semester, then I can start thinking about voyaging. So, yeah, places I want to go. Day 6. Now I'm just about all caught up. One more. I'll post all 3 of these today, once I wake up and record the last one. Then I'll be all caught up. Excellent. Got